Hello, my marvelous magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of the show. I'll be your host, Gangstar Magician himself, here to deliver you your message, because that's what I love to do, because I do what I love, and I love what I do. I love being here with you. Yes, I do. I say it all the time, don't I? So I guess it must be true. It's a routine. That's what you have to do. You have to look at this as a routine. That's why, keep doing the same thing. It's a ritual. A ritual of sorts, It's like when I do this, I go, looks like I'm doing something, but realistically, I'm not doing anything, unless you think I'm doing something. Okay, because here's the thing, Archangel Michael said, don't worry about nothing, you're completely protected, especially when you're part of the 8th house crew. That means you're a made guy. That means if you ain't on the list, you ain't getting in, okay? Private party, we tell these things. You know what I mean? Tell me to beat it. VIPs only. That's all it comes down to. And when you're a magical gangster, that puts you at VIP levels. And how did you get there, though? You worked your way up there. You did it by aligning your chakras, okay? That's what you're going to keep doing. Keep balancing and aligning the chakras, because we're in complete control of the situation. We are here to determine how it turns out. We're going to use our head, we're going to use tarot, and we're going to get it done. Because they can't stop us. If they could, they would have already. Okay, let's get that through our heads. So why don't we get started? Why don't we see what's in your energy here? Let's elaborate further, see what we can get out of this. See what we're doing. Let's get started. So what do we got here? God, please, and thank you for the magical gangsters. The ones who've seen it all, they've done it all, been through it all. You know the ones. Your favorite, the best of the best. Well, here you go. 6 wands. That's telling me you're going to be publicly recognized here. Okay, because your hard work and perseverance have paid off, and you are being recognized for your achievements. Yes, you are. It's victory time. It's about time you've been recognized. I mean, you've been going... people said, we tell them, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. You just haven't paid attention. You haven't seen us, okay? But now you know. Now you know what the fuck you're dealing with, right? That's what we tell them. And then we tell them, listen, and if you ever do this again, it's going to be another result, okay? You might not like how this ends for you, we tell them. Okay, because we know about this 4 of Pentacles, okay, brother? We know all about this thievery. We know all about this taking. Okay, because you may be holding on to something too tightly, we tell these people. Okay, whether it's material possessions or emotional attachments. So, when you hold on too tight to stuff, usually that means you're forcing it to stay. Okay, when you force something, usually it doesn't fit. And when it doesn't fit, you must have quit, brother, okay? So that is the facts here. These people, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't even know what they want, okay? These are real sick people, We got to feel sorry for them, okay? But not for us, though, because we got a 10 of Cups here. We're building our foundation very squarely on that 10 of Cups, okay? Because you are surrounded by love, joy, emotional fulfillment, and your family and community are supportive. And if they're not, they will be, okay? And you're going to tell them, you're going to tell them either they get in line or you're going to get ran over, you tell these people, okay? Because I am grateful for the love and joy in my life is what you told people. You are. And the more you are grateful for the love and joy in your life, the more you'll receive. Yes, you will. You got to keep remembering that. The more grateful, the less negative. Focus on the positives. It all comes together. It's all up to you. So can I tell you? It's all up to you. Ain't up to me. Ain't up to what I say. It's up to what you think. Okay? And the Hierophant's here to tell you that too, because they said you're socially approved. Okay? You got institutional support. People want to get behind you. Okay? It says you may be called to follow tradition or established rules. Okay? Because seeking guidance and wisdom from a higher power or authority figure. I honor my spiritual path and traditions, is what you told me. Remember that? And I said, yeah, me too. And then we high-fived. Remember that? That was cool. I like that. Okay, but here's the thing. There's people that didn't high-five us. They're 9 of Swords. Now they're all anxious and depressed now. They said, oh, we should have went with them now. Now everybody wishes they were on your side. Everybody's saying, oh, we picked the wrong team. But What do you want from us? Like, they think that they're just going to come over and just, like, you're going to say, oh, come on over, pal, after they've seen what they did with this Four of Pentacles. The only reason now that they want to be like this is because they don't want to be anxious and depressed, and they see you have this Ten of Cups, the Six of Wands, and this Hierophant support. And now, you know, and they also see how strong you are, and they know that they're no match for you, because you're the strength of 10 men, the strength of 10 women. Okay, that you are a very, very strong person. Let's say for Nine of Swords. It says, you may be experiencing intense anxiety, we tell these people, and worry, possibly related to a past trauma or unresolved issue. You know, you got to work on your issues, we tell these people. Even these traumas, you can't hold them, you know. But I ain't saying to focus on them, but, you know, don't use them as a tool to attack other people. This is what these people are doing now. Their childhood traumas are encouraging them to attack other people the same way they were attacked as a kid. Make that make sense, okay? I have the inner strength to overcome challenges, we tell these people. Remember that. Tell your counterpart that too. We tell you that too, because we know most of our counterparts probably have been through stuff that made them want to hurt, okay? That's what it comes down to. They've been made this way, okay? It says taming your inner beast, okay? That's what they need to do, and mastering your emotions. You have the strength and courage to overcome any challenge. Yes, you do, and you've proven that, okay? Time in and time out. That's why the Hierophant supports you. That's why Six of Wands are going to be publicly recognized. You already built your foundation on this Ten of Cups. Anybody for Four of Pentacles who was trying to hold on too tight, trying to get it, didn't want you to get ahead of them, was trying to breadcrumb you, now is in the Nine of Swords. They're very, very anxious and worrisome about what's going to happen because your strength is unprecedented. Okay, and that's, you know, pretty much the gist of that. So, I mean, they can sit there. That's what they're going to do. We'll keep them in the Nine of Swords, Eight of Nine of Swords. They don't want this to end. Sure, we'll just keep you in Eight of Nine of Swords. We think that's worse. So, enjoy yourselves. You know, because they don't want to admit it. They don't want to say, hey, you know what? We fucked up. You know, how can we make this right? They don't want to do that because they know that exposes them, exposes the whole system. And they're just going to let you beat it out of them. It's going to get beat out of them. So, and you're just going to outlast it. You're the crab. You are that hermit crab. They haven't been around millions and millions of years for no reason. We just outweight them. We just wait. We don't come looking for problems. You never see a crab looking for a fight. You don't see that, okay? You see these other fucking scorpions, they like to fight. These, you know, other type of fish sometimes, whatever. There's other two water signs. Not the crab, though. Crab doesn't attack. Crab just protects, okay? Protects himself. They have a shell. Very protective. Very soft inside, too. Very tasty and delicious, okay? A delicacy, that's what we say. All right, so there you go. Especially king crabs. And you are the king of the water sign, so that makes you the king crab, brother, of all. Yes. Talking to myself, I guess. I don't know. You know, Archangel Michael, you're right. He told me, he said, now I'm getting out of control now. This isn't about me. So let me get back to business here. Enough with the crab talk. All right. Too much now. I'm becoming, you know, an egomaniac. Who do I think I am? Big shot, right? Now I'm a big shot. I'm the one who... Never, okay? I will never act like that because I see how people act when they act like that. They look like jerk-offs. I show the people, the fucking dishwasher, the same respect as I'll show the owner of the place. I'll show the fucking janitor the same respect as the fucking CEO. It's like... And it's always nice. Unless you're a jerk off or a demon, then I don't fuck with you. All right, so let's get started here. What's going to be in the energy here? God, please and thank you for our magical gang stars. Please and thank you. All right, so we just saw Four of Pentacles. Now Four of Pentacles in reverse. So now this is really showing how thieving these people are. As what I said, there's a greedy people. Okay, there's overspending here. They're reckless. This is insecure. Okay, financial insecurity. Okay, they thought they were going to get something out of this. They didn't get nothing. They didn't get what they were bargained for or what they were promised. It didn't happen. Why didn't that happen? Because you got this Page of Wands energy. Because you got limitless potential. You're an inspiration. They thought you were just going to fucking flame out. They didn't think you were going to keep going. They didn't see you as this Energizer Bunny. They didn't see you being this consistent. Okay, because you are embarking on a new journey in self-discovery and personal growth. Yes, you are. I mean, don't you concur with that? I mean, can you doubt that? I don't believe so. So you got this Four of Pentacles in reverse here. These people trying to steal from you, of course. And that could be in any different way. That could be physically, that could be spiritually, that could be financially. I mean, there's all types of things that people steal from. You know, they try to steal your innocence. I mean, there's a lot of things that these people try to do. It's just you wouldn't let them. You're too strong. Okay? And that's why Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, 2 4s in a row backwards. Okay? Now, they're very much burnt out and exhausted, these characters. Okay? Yeah, they're stuck. Okay, they just don't. They're not feeling too well. Okay, they're not rested. They're not relaxed like you, because they've been trying. They had to cover up this thievery. Okay, that's all they could think about is they have this this anxiety and worry, as we seen at the beginning. All your strength is bringing this here. Okay, and this is because you have the Hangman energy, because you're forcing people to see this. You're forcing people to see things from another perspective. That whatever these people were selling, people are not buying no more. They don't want to hear what these people have to say. Always negative, it's always some bullshit, it's always a story, and it's always about them, okay? And nobody wants to hear it no more because you're making it very clear to people what these people are. They might have money, they might have whatever status, but we don't care. They can stick it up their ass. They can't use it against you no more. Because you're forcing people to see things from another perspective here. And you're putting these people that are burnt out and exhausted because they can't keep up. They cannot keep up with you. Okay, and that's why, because you have this 9 of Swords in reverse. Because you're recovering from deep-seated fears. Okay, you got recovery here. You're learning to cope. You're facing life. Okay, you're very hopeful. Okay, whatever mental health issues you may have had, they're gone. Okay, these demons that you were battling, you defeated them. Now these people are burnt out, exhausted, because these demons have to go somewhere. So they have to go, they were conjured up to destroy you. And now they're here for you. Okay, because you are this Queen of Pentacles. I mean, it's the end of the ideal spouse. When everyone comes to see the one everyone wants to be, you are a natural caregiver who values comfort and stability and are able to provide for those in your care. Sounds about right. And you don't need anybody, but you choose to take care. You choose because you can. And now you're releasing whatever deep-seated fears, anything that, you know, you thought was making you feel any type of way. Now you're realizing, I don't have nothing to fear but fear itself. That's what you told me Franklin Roosevelt said. Why do you think he said it? He seemed like a straight shooter, FDR. I think I trust him. And he said, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. So, I'm going to go with that. Okay, you know why? Because they got this 5 of Wands in reverse energy. Now people, they want to avoid conflict with you because they see how fearless you are. Okay, they really want they want to compromise. They want to cooperate now. Doesn't mean that they're going to do the right thing, but it means that these people are going to still try some trick move on you, though. Okay, especially with this 5 of Wands in reverse. I mean, they're not going to come out directly and be conflicted with you, but they'll see an opening here. But you're so fearless that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they do. Not only are you fearless, but you're brave and courageous, 9 of Wands. I mean, clearly, you have been through a lot of challenges, okay? But you are still standing and ready to face whatever comes your way. Yes, you are. I mean, is that not the facts with you? I mean, have you not just been standing? You just keep getting knocked down, but you keep getting back up. That is what matters to me when I see stuff. I don't care what these people act like. They try to act like they're better. What you've been through, how you overcome, is legendary. Nothing less than legendary, because that means that your gangster shit's hereditary. Your gangstar shit is hereditary. Yes, it is. Okay, and this is what this 5 of Swords is here. Okay, so these people, they want to avoid conflict with you, but at the same time, they want to win at all cost. So this tells me it's a sneak move. Okay, these people, they still want to steal. Okay, with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse, there's arguments here, disputes, there's aggression. They want to bully. They're still bullying. They want to bully you into, like, in a passive way almost. Like, I don't know, like basically they're trying to bully you with your empathy. Like, basically, like, oh, if you don't do this, then oh, this is going to happen, blah, blah, blah. And they're trying to, like, put the kids' stuff on it. And the kids and this and that. They weren't thinking about that when they were doing this. They weren't thinking about what was happening to you if your kids, how your kids were going to look at you. They didn't care what happened to you. But now we're supposed to care what happens to them. Make that make sense. Let me tell you something, brother. We don't have any fears. Deep-seated fears. 9 of Swords in reverse. That's all you are. Releasing deep-seated fears. Now these people, they're trying to win at all costs now. It's really going to cost them because you're the star of the show. And they know this. They've been trying to take this energy from you. They didn't want you to know about this energy. They didn't want you to have it. They didn't care if they got it. They just didn't want you to have it. They were going to split it, and whoever they got it to, they felt like they could have got a better deal with that person than you. They felt that you were going to be too smug, that they couldn't handle you, they said. You're too much. But they don't ever want to put their involvement. They don't ever want to take responsibility for what they have to do. It says you are on the right path and have faith that the universe is guiding you towards your dreams. That's why you're here. Why else would you be here listening to me if the universe wasn't guiding you towards your dreams? You wouldn't be a magical gang star if you were, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like everything happens for a reason. That's what people like to understand that. It's like nothing here is coincidence. You didn't just drop in here and say, oh, is this guy gangster magician? Does he do tricks? Let me see this guy do. Oh, he does a trick here and there. I mean, that's not what people do. They just you land on something and then you're like, ooh. Oh, now I see. And then you stick with it if you like it. I mean, because you know why? Because you're the empress, okay? Because you know an empress. It takes an empress to know an empress, okay? And when an empress sees one, they know. I mean, it's not that hard to see with you, okay? You are surrounded by beauty and love. You're very nurturing, caring, and you're all about creating abundance. And you do this just by being who you are. And these people hate you for that because they can't be like you. They can't create that 10 of cups. They don't have the ability. You do. Okay? And you're also the sexiest Queen of Wands. They try to use this energy against you. They try to say that your counterpart was lusting over you, that you're not realistic, that people like you don't exist, okay? Because this Queen of Wands says, but I am confident and charismatic. And it's these like troll motherfuckers around your counterpart try to make that like that's weird, or that people like you don't exist. Basically, what are you hiding? Don't you find it strange? They will say that so-and-so, like, but it's like you've been isolated on purpose. So don't you find it strange they're always alone? Like, yeah, they try to use that one. Okay, because you are a natural leader who inspires others with your vision and creativity. You do, and they try to use that against you, try to say that you're loose, that you're suggestive. Okay, they try to use your body and your looks against to benefit you. But the reality is, like, you don't even think like that. And these people, the fact that they even try to put you out like that, and if anybody believed that, that makes it even better. Because here's the thing, you're so temperate and so balanced here as this empress that now people have to see it, okay? You have to see it to believe it, right? Okay? You may need to moderate your behavior or find a middle ground, okay? I mean, sometimes that's what it comes down to, but you are completely adaptable here, completely balanced in this situation, so... This Knight of Wands energy here is going to have that basically fearless again, adventurous, charming, rebellious. You could be free spirit, hot tempered at times. It all depends on the situation, but you always end up being balanced here as this empress. And then you have released these deep-seated fears, and whoever these people that wanted to win at all costs, well, it's going to really cost them because now they're burnt out and exhausted and being seen for them. They're thieving ways. So what else do we need to know with this balanced empress here? Okay, that, yeah, there's 2 of cups in reverse here. So that's clearly what's happening on the other side. Is whoever they got to replace you now is completely self-destructing here. They're being seen as a fucking, a paid actor, a thief. Okay, this is separation, rejection, there's imbalance, this is bad communication. This is not a wish come true. Okay, not at all. But they're trying to avoid conflict. So it's like they're trying to tell people what they want to hear. They're still trying to do that with your counterpart. They're still trying to, like, use stuff against them, blackmail them. But you have this Ace of Cups though, so you're this Empress. It's like you're at 9 of Cups. You are the wish come true. That's why this 10 of Cups is coming. So you have this Ace of Cups here. That you are experiencing a new wave of love and positivity in your life. You are. You could tell. You could see that there would be differences. You could feel it's at least shifting in that direction, okay? Nobody said that you're going to, get right there. But when you are there, then you will be able to help other people because you've been through it. I mean, it's very simple formula here we have. That's why we're all on different timelines. So when you get to my timeline, then you're going to be able to help other people in other times, and we all just, eventually come together. That's realistically the hope. And then we, get that 5D consciousness. That's what we're headed towards. Okay, and now listen, now we know. All right, so you have this King of Swords in reverse. This character, your arch nemesis. This is a person who, They'll probably try to apologize again. This is a real squirmy person here, okay? This is a very malicious person. They're fucking irrational. They're a dictator. They're oppressed. They love to oppress people, okay, and then act like they're a good person. They could be inhumane. I'm sure they do sacrificial stuff. Okay, they're controlling, cold, ruthless. They're dishonest. They're not truthful. They're not honest. Okay, they make it like this. Like I said, this is a person who's like what could be like a church leader. Okay, who presents themselves as like, you know, this person that you go to for advice. You know, somebody who knows, you know, good from evil. Like, just this person is a fucking fraud in the worst way. And now they're all in this Five of Cups energy, though. Now they're all, you know, pessimistic. They're all depressed. They're all regretful. Because now there's this Two of Cups in reverse here. People are not happy. And this person has a lot to do with this. They wanted to win at all costs. That they even took it to the point where they brought in a fake person to replace you. And it's just because they knew you as this Empress would see through them. They had seen through them. This is like your counterparts, colleague, like their best friend. This could be like their brother or something. Them. I mean, it could be anybody along those lines. But then you have, I don't think it's just an ex though. But then you have you know, as this Empress who would clearly see through this, you know, and this person knew that they needed to get somebody because they would end up losing control of this divine masculine to you, not even losing it to you, that you would free them from this person, which you are going to, because this person actually, what's the word? They exposed themselves. You didn't have to do anything. They exposed themselves by how they attacked you. I mean, it's clear. And you stayed so balanced, you say. I mean, it's like crazy. Okay, now Page of Pentacles in reverse, this King of Swords in reverse is in. You know, they're pretty much being seen as foolish, immature. Anybody who would do this to, like, you know, maintain, like, whatever energy fucking theft. This person was stealing your counterpart's energy. They were projecting all their negativity onto them and, you know, benefiting off your counterpart. And that's why they knew that you would never allow this and that you've seen through this. This is an underachiever, this person. This person is somebody who, you know, they thought they were the smartest person in the room. They thought they had everybody fooled until they came across you. And you did this all while being in Hermit energy. Okay, they thought you were being isolated. They thought you were all alone. It doesn't matter when you're in Hermit energy. They thought that you being isolated and alone was going to be, because they say that. The more humans are isolated and alone, it gets hard. Yeah, it gets hard, but you have two things. You could either become the best version of yourself, soul search, like this hermit tells me, hermit crab. Okay, you may need to retreat from the world to find inner peace and guidance. You just may. I seek truth and inner wisdom. And when you do, you will find it, okay? Actually, it will find you. You never have to go looking for anybody. This King of Swords in reverse is under the impression that they could take whatever they want, okay? Everything's up for grabs. This is like a Freemason of sorts, okay? Perhaps is. This person is definitely in a coven. This is like a warlock. It's a malicious warlock. Like, I think you may have, this person seen, you might have made this, embarrass this person once, or they felt like you embarrassed them, or slighted them something, and they've been holding on to like some little thing that you probably forgot about. You may even forgot who this person is. This is how, like, fucking, you know, immature this person is. That they would, like, try to ruin your relationships because of a fucking insult. Or, like, a fucking miscue or something. Like, this is how... Okay, but here's the thing. You have this Five of Cups in reverse now. Now somebody, not only, you know, they want to avoid conflict, so... But here's the thing. They're finding peace. They want to move on from this. Okay, they're seeing the positives in this. Because in every negative, there's going to be positives that come out of it. See, King of Swords in reverse was on the impression that all these negatives they did to you, you would never get back up. They never seen any positive coming out of this. And they never seen any negative going their way. They did not understand the law of karma. They did not understand the law of cause and effect. They did not understand universal law. They didn't believe in any of this stuff. They didn't believe in God. They believe only in devilish stuff. That it's all about taking. If you're too stupid... That's why they got this information ahead of us. So they could expose themselves as that. Okay, and you're being still seen as this Queen of Wands. Sexiest Queen of Wands. Sexier than ever, they said. And now they can't use that energy against you because people say that's not true. That's not how they are. They're an Empress, for God's sakes. Who the hell are you, King of Swords reverse, to even judge an Empress? And you're being seen. They're being seen in real time for who they really are. Okay, and guess who's with them? This King of Wands in reverse, your two biggest enemies. Okay, it's a very boorish, ruthless individual, this King of Wands. Very in reverse, very forceful, very domineering, tyrannical. You put this person with this King of Swords, this is like two fucking nasty fucking bastards here. Okay, this is like, it don't get any worse than this on the masculine level. Like the King of Swords in reverse is like, they're like the same thing, except the King of Swords in reverse is more outgoing. Okay, they present themselves as more, more wholesome. A real treat or something. Like, you know what I mean? That's what this King of Swords in reverse, like they do think. This King of Wands in reverse, at least, they don't come off like a fake, but you know what you're getting with this person, but that doesn't mean they're any better. But there's actually probably worse than this person. But together, that makes it like, doesn't get any worse. And you had these coming at you hard, but you still stay with this Knight of Cups energy, though. You're still romantic, charming. I mean, you had this idealism. You are a hopeless romantic who is driven by your heart and inspired by beauty and creativity. Yes, you are, but you never gave up. This hopeless romantic, okay? And you know it's going to work out for you because you're balanced. You're a balanced empress, and you're attracting your emperor. Whatever this King of Wands in reverse took themselves out, this King of Swords in reverse took themselves out. Whatever they did, this could be your counterpart. It could be this King of Wands in reverse. It could be either or, but I don't know. I don't think so, but it could be. All right, but here's the thing. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is, because you're this full energy. You are being seen as a pure, innocent, balanced empress. I mean, a fresh start, new beginnings, taking risks. You are called to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. I am open to new beginnings, you said. Yeah, remember you told me that? And I said, yeah, me too. And then we high-fived again, okay? But here's the thing. You have two pentacles here. You're adapting, okay? You're flexible. You have balance, okay? Balance and adaptability. You are juggling multiple priorities and responsibilities with ease and are able to adapt to changing circumstances. I am adaptable and flexible in the face of change. You are. You're not like these people. You're not going to try to hold back humanity and not, be resistant to change because you see how things are going and it's going to affect your evil ways. This is really what this came down to. Like, these people wanted to keep it going, and now they're like being seen as people who want to win at all costs, and they lost everything. Okay, because they had this Page of Cups in reverse energy. It's emotional immaturity. Okay, they're very, seem very vulnerable now. They neglected their inner child. They didn't believe in anything. Okay, now they're heartbroken. This Empress now is being seen as pure and innocent, releasing whatever fears, pure and you has all new start here. So what's going to be the end? Let's actually move on. I got to go to a new deck. So what's going to be the end here for this Empress with these two fucking clowns? Okay, so here's the thing. Judgment Day is here for these King of Wands in reverse and this King of Swords in reverse. They got to face the music. They know what they did. I mean, you had to go for this to survive, for them to work. You couldn't survive this. Okay, awakening and rebirth. You are being called to rise above your past mistakes and start anew. That's what you're doing here, right, Empress? I'm ready for a new beginning. That's what you have with this pure and innocent full energy. Okay, and that is why you are this Queen of Swords. You have boundaries, too. And these people can't get to you because you're releasing these deep-seated fears. Okay, because I communicate with clarity and wisdom. You do. Okay. You possess a sharp mind and a clear understanding of the world and are able to make objective decisions based on reason and logic. Yes, you do. That's that's a superpower of yours. And that's why you're in such the position you are. You're the best, and I love you. Okay, so why don't we get a little clarification and confirmation here. So then we'll, call it a read. How about that? How's that sound? Cat says, hello, how are you? He says, you enjoying everything? Good. He said there's going to be refreshments at the end for everybody. He's in charge of the refreshments, the cat. We'll have a plate of pizzelles for you over here. Okay, so what else do we need to know? Let's get a little confirmation, clarification here. God, please, and thank you for these magical king stars. These people that have to deal with this, people want to win at all costs against them, trying to be tricksters. Okay, but this, they're being seen as thieves. They want to hold on to it tight, want to win at all costs, burn out and exhausted. No love here. No manifestation here. They're under judgment, that's for sure. So, what do we need to know? Okay, what else is there? Please and thank you, God. Alright, so you have this Eight of Cups in reverse now. So these people, they want to keep going. They want to hold on. They don't want this to end. I mean, obviously, I told you, these are people that were going to take this to the end because they know this is their thing, is make sure you don't be seen. Make sure you think that you're not being watched, okay? So it's like, make it like they want you to think that nobody cares about you, nobody pays attention to you, but these people pay very close attention to you. It's you that don't fucking pay attention. The people don't pay attention to these two fucks. It's the fact that you probably didn't pay attention to these two, that you hated these two energies. You hate these energies. You would never tolerate these energies. You would never be in a relationship with these energies. Never. And they knew it. And they knew that they knew you were divine feminine. Yes, they did. And they could have helped that. And if they wanted to be around, help their friend, the divine masculine, they would push but they try to put a wedge so fucking deep to split you up so they could remain in control. Ain't that something? But here's the deal, though. Emperor's here, though. The Emperor is here. They cannot stop that. The Emperor is here. You're this Empress. Remember that. This Emperor will come make an example. They'll show exactly what's happening here. Okay, and they'll show Nine of Cups in reverse how this is not a wish come true. Whatever these people are selling isn't nobody buying, okay? Because he's got to do a lot of fucking, you got to do a lot of humiliating things here to get to where these characters are promising. Okay, these are like really slimy people. Okay, this is like probably, this is like almost like a Prince Andrew type, ex-Prince Andrew. I always like to go with. King of Swords in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. Very repulsive individual. Okay, but here's the thing. The devil's here, though. And the devil's being seen in real time. And now this person does not feel, they don't feel protected, these people. This devil at one time, claimed that they would protect. And they, went a whole long time until they came up against you. And once they came up against you, that is when it came to a point where it's like, they don't stand a chance now. They're out. You're done. You're out of the business, my friend. That's what we told them. You're out of, we're sending you to Nevada. Okay, because Wheel of Fortune in reverse, because bad karma is coming your way. This wheel of Fortune in reverse, the wheel's turning in your favor. This King of Wands in reverse, these are warlocks. These are two fucking warlocks. Two evil warlocks who have been projecting their karma on the people all for a long time, avoiding their own karma, thinking that they were somehow or another found a cheat code to life. Okay, and we let them think that. And now we get back up and we say, no. See, that's what they never seen coming. And it's so fun to see their faces. Just to see when they fucking go and they start, it's just the eyes widen. The mouths hit the floor. The faces turn white. They can't believe it when you come back. They cannot believe it because you know why? You have the real deal King of Wands with you, okay? No fucking fake fraud King of Wands in reverse character. You have a visionary, somebody who sees the big picture. They see what these two are all about. They just played these two, okay? They played these two against each other, actually. This King of Wands did, just so they could come in here and, finish it off, makes it easier. Less these we like to let our energies take each other out. We don't have to do nothing. Why would we get involved? Let the universe handle them. You're just this pure and innocent fool, okay? That's Three of Swords in reverse, recovering from heartbreak. That's releasing deep-seated fears. Pure and innocent, okay? Balanced. It's this Empress. That's who you are, right? And this is causing the Tower of Terror here for this King of Wands in reverse. Okay, and this King of Swords in reverse. And do we just say the King of Wands? And that's who operates the Tower of Terror. Okay, and that means that these two are now being seen. And they have to answer for whatever they did. They said a lot of things. They didn't add up. Now all that negativity has been projected back onto you, is returned to them. They're the ones who are heartbroken now. They're the ones who are being seen as a fucking joke. They're the ones who are humiliated. And why? Because Seven of Wands, you're in complete control here. You recover from heartbreak, puts you in complete control. You not having any fears now, being fearless, puts you in complete control. They need you in this fear-based model. They need you to be feared of what it is, what it comes down to. Because if you fear, then they can control you. What you fear controls. Fearing, I don't have enough money. What are people going to think? That's all your ego, okay? And when that, it kills you, okay, eventually. And here's the thing, Two of Pentacles, you're too adapting now. You're too flexible. That you're not worried about what people think. You don't give two fucks, okay? You're going to do your own thing. You've always been that way. And these people hated you for it because they can't be like you. You're different. You're better. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You're better than them. You always have been. In every way. You're Very hateful people they are. You never acted like you were either. You were very kind to these people. Okay, you were always, Knight of Swords, action-orientated, ambitious. You were always driven to succeed. They try to say you're lazy or this and that, but they've been energy vampires sucking your energy, trying to say you're lazy. Okay, and now Seven of Cups, they want to create all these illusions, confusion with your counterpart, make it like you're just fucking, like you're just an option, you're nothing, but you're this pure and innocent empress that people wish for. And they made it seem like you were like not like that. But it's whatever. Listen, it all had to work out this way because now you're going to be seen that way. So it doesn't really matter what the fuck they did. They helped you at the end of the day. I tell you this. Assistant, fruit baskets, the best of the best. King of Wands in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. They really helped us out this time. Yeah, and send it to their mothers too, okay? And send it to our mother. Send her a fruit basket, okay? That tells her to go, go fly a kite, all right? So that's what we tell these people. Go fly a fucking kite. We don't care what you do. We don't want you around here, all right? Enjoy the fruit basket, we tell them, okay? Because you have this Ace of Wands energy. You have this urge to create, okay? You're an inspiration. Recovering from heartbreak. You have no fear. You're doing your own thing. You got new beginnings here. Action-oriented, ambitious. You're in complete control of yourself, your emotions, whatever you do. Okay, you have this Ace of Cups coming here. You're a wish come true. Is there anything else we need to know? I mean, what else can I talk about? I mean, really, how much more can I say? I mean, what's going to happen to these King of Wands in reverse, this King of Swords in reverse? Where are they going? Okay, well, they're going to be forced, hangman, to look at things from other perspectives. People are going to start looking at these two from another perspective. Okay, these people cannot hide who they are any longer. This King of Wands in reverse, this King of Swords in reverse. They can't, okay, because the cycle is complete with the world. There's a new world here. They lose, okay? It was either get in line or get ran over. These people chose to get ran over, these two. These two now will be sacrificed. They want to sacrifice you? No, they will be sacrificed. Because you have this Page of Cups energy. You're intuitive messages. You have creative opportunities. There's new love here. There's just a lot of good energy. Not like over here, okay? That's why Six of Swords, they're getting left behind. You're leaving this all behind. This is not for you. You're not going to focus on this negative stuff. You're going all to the positive. The light's right there. You see it at the end of the tunnel. You know it's there. All you got to do is just keep staying in this Knight of Swords energy. So, you're headed right towards that light. Just like that. That's who you are. Tell me you're not. I mean, what you're doing. That's why you work so hard. Okay, bang, here's another one. We're going to leave it right on this. Six of Swords. That's why you are leaving this shit all behind. You don't need none of this. Okay, there you go on your raft. Okay, you said, fuck you, I got a bag. I don't need nobody. See you later. Okay, that's what's happening here. You're too action-oriented, too ambitious. You are this pure and innocent empress. I mean, you're leaving this nonsense behind. Whoever said what they had to say about shit, this King of Wands in reverse, this King of Swords in reverse, guess what? It's all being seen as bullshit. Because if the glove don't fit, brother, you must have quit, okay? You are leaving this behind because the glove don't fit. And you ain't sitting around to make it fit, okay? So, there you go. I love it. So I'm going to do some angel numbers, and we'll go from there. Leaving this shit all behind, Six of Swords, she said. He said, I ain't got time. I got new beginnings here. I'm a pure and innocent empress who's balanced, okay? I got my emperor coming here for us. We don't have to deal with these two clowns no more. These two people, nobody wants to hear what they have to say because they don't matter now. Because what they said, they exposed themselves. You exposed these two. You could never have gotten back up and gotten complete control of the situation and walked away from it. Because basically they still needed you to like be mad at them and they're like, still, but you're just like, I don't care about you. That's just making these people, they'll rot away. They'll probably unalive themselves. That's what these two usually do. Alright, so let's get some angel numbers. Alright, so we have 0330. Lucky shirt. I don't know why it says that, but pursue your goals and achieve what you desire. Your efforts will bring wonderful benefits to you and your loved ones. Your communication skills are improving. Yes, they are. Okay, day in, day out. And it's making it easier to connect with a diverse range of individuals. Embrace this time of growth and watch your relationships and projects flourish. Yes, you do. You have this Ace of Wands. You are. I mean, you do. You're very much embracing this time. You might as well, because 1313 is here. Okay, because that's starting fresh. Six of Swords, you're leaving this all behind. Full energy here, pure and innocent, new beginnings. Balanced. In control, recovering from heartbreak, releasing deep-seated fears. That seems like starting a whole new life for me. Urge to create. It's pretty nice. I love it. You're stepping out of your comfort zone and you're beginning to create something meaningful. Your skills and talents are aligned with to bring your auspicious rewards. You're a very auspicious individual, okay? Build your confidence and trust in your decisions as you embark on new beginnings. Yeah, that's what I've been telling you, okay? So is there anything else? What else has to go with this? One thing. We have, okay, so 0404. All right, 404, slow down. All right, relax. We are slowed down. Okay, pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate and keep healthy boundaries. Or Six of Swords, just leave it all behind. Okay, because a lot of these people, they don't want to listen anyway. 24. They just fucking, like the gaslight. What you're thinking's preposterous. We're for you. We love you, they tell you. We've always been on your side. We've always rooted for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are the type, but they might have done stuff for you. Like, oh, remember I paid your rent that one time when you were struggling? Like, it was because these people were projecting the struggles onto you. Like, just so they could come in and say, oh, I helped you. Like, just so they could use that against you. But now, there's 24. Good times, brother. Good times is here. Okay, happy days. Because you are deserving of affection, relaxation, and joy. Open up to your family and friends about your feelings. And you'll find everyone aligned, working together harmoniously. Many people are cheering for you. When you spread love, it returns to you multiplied. Well, that's what they say, and that's why we're gonna pray on that, God. So let that happen for us. All that love we put out, bring it back, okay? And these energies that have been, plaguing us, see you later. Goodbye. Clear them out. 919-314-819. Clear those energies, please. Get them out of here, these negative energies. So what else? These blockages. This is what they are. They're blockages. These are karmic blockages. Okay, they stood in your way. But Six of Swords, you're leaving it behind. They can't do nothing now. What are they going to do? Chase after you? Their fucking thing is to make sure that you never see that they exist. Okay, but you leaving this behind, they're going to have to show their hand eventually. Because they can't survive without you. So what's going to be the crystal of the day? Alright. This one says Damberite. I never even heard of this one, okay? It's called Angelic Connection, okay? Damberite. Radiating pure high-frequency light, Damberite opens channels to angelic realms, soothing the heart and mind. It fosters inner peace, divine communication, and spiritual clarity. Heart, crown, Leo, air. Maybe I'm going to look into this Damberite, okay? Angelic connection. But we already had that connection. Because remember, I rest in the serenity of divine light and love. I rest in the serenity of divine light and love. I rest in the serenity of divine light and love. Yes, you do, okay? And you are the best, and you always have been. You always will be, because you're the best of the best. All right, so I do love you guys. I'll check you later. Thanks to all my new subscribers, my new members. I appreciate you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.